Something is happening that doesn't need a conspiracy to explain it. The world feels inverted. Truth struggles to stand upright. Noise outruns meaning, outrage travels faster than wisdom, and spectacle is slowly replacing discernment. That's not an accident, but it's also not a villain with a master switch. It's what happens when attention becomes the most valuable resource on Earth. Throughout history, whenever a civilization reaches saturation, too much information, too much speed, too much power, psychological influence increases, not because people are evil, but because perception becomes easier to steer than force. This is where the idea of psyops stops being a military term and becomes a cultural one. A psyop isn't just deception, it's pattern steering. What you focus on, what you fear, what you argue about, what you identify with, what you believe reality even is. And this is exactly where biblical end times language becomes relevant, not as a date on a calendar, but as a description of conditions. Scripture never warned about one moment, it warned about environments, confusion normalized, false authority elevated, signs without substance, image over essence, a world that loves appearance more than truth. Look around. We live in a culture where images override experience. Screens feel more real than presence. Identity is curated. Truth is negotiable. Symbols are louder than substance. That isn't prophecy fulfilled by magic. It's human consciousness under pressure. Now let's address the uncomfortable ideas people circle around. Aliens, manufactured saviors, holograms, spectacle religion. Whether you take those theories literally or not doesn't matter. What matters is the pattern. People no longer ask, is this true? They ask, does this move me? Does this confirm me? Does this entertain me? Authority has shifted outward. So here's the unsettling question. If truth arrived quietly, would anyone recognize it? If light didn't come with special effects, would anyone care? If Christ returned without spectacle, would the world even notice? Because inversion doesn't mean evil wins. It means values flip. The humble are ignored. The loud are crowned. The wise are mocked. The shallow are amplified. That's the fall of man playing out, not in fire and brimstone, but in attention and allegiance. And here's the part we rarely talk about honestly. This doesn't stop with us. The conditions we normalize now don't disappear, they compound. Every generation inherits not just technology, but habits of attention, not just culture, but ways of perceiving reality. And one of the most profound shifts happening right now is this: we are moving from literacy back into orality, but at an accelerated, artificial rate. Not spoken wisdom passed through elders, but images, clips, symbols, emotional hits without context, shorter attention, faster consumption, less reflection, thought replaced by reaction, understanding replaced by recognition. And when language thins, nuance collapses. When nuance collapses, morality simplifies. When morality simplifies, manipulation becomes effortless. This isn't an insult to future generations, it's an environment problem. Human cognition evolved around story, dialogue, memory, and contemplation, not endless feeds, not algorithmic outrage, not identity by consumption. So, what happens when a generation grows up never needing to sit with uncertainty, never needing to reason something through, never needing to wrestle with meaning? You don't get villains, you get hollow worlds, and that's why dystopian films resonate so deeply. Not because we fear them, but because we recognize them. Worlds where people live through screens, reality is mediated, truth is curated, history is flattened, empathy is selective, meaning is simulated. Those stories aren't predictions, they're intuition warning itself. And here's the thing most people miss: evil doesn't usually announce itself as evil, it disguises itself as convenience, as entertainment, as certainty, as everyone agrees. The battle between light and dark isn't fought with weapons. It's fought in hearts and minds, in what you give your attention to, and what you refuse to become, and whether you live consciously or reactively. And here's the turning point: light doesn't need to dominate, it only needs to remain coherent. Illusion collapses under clarity, manipulation fails under presence. Darkness cannot survive sustained awareness. That's why the end is inevitable, not because of destruction, but because truth stabilizes reality. And here's the mic drop: the light doesn't prevail by force, it prevails because it's real. And reality always outlasts illusion. That's Humanfluence, at least my attempt to create a new reality. Not fear, not escape, but clarity, consciousness, and the quiet creation of this new reality from the inside out. Humanfluence, here for the end times.